LaChrist King, 3,520.
TikTok. Before we get started, I have some shout outs to some new followers. I see Jesus Christ Pray. Thank you for the follow. Happy. Thank you for the follow. Bish STQ316. Thank you for the follow. I caught your video on Romans earlier today. Orlando Ordones. What's it say? That guy. User 843234. You know who you are, right? Okay, good. John Yoder, Matt Jarrett, Leonard, Leslie J. Jesus loves, God is love. Thank you so much for the follows. In terms of likes, Jewett, Matt Jarrett again. Thank you. King Michael, thank you for the like. Reformer, or is that Reformer? I am Reformer. Selena and Christ Ambassador. Thank you so much for the likes and for the follows. Okay, we're going to do something a little. I'm going to do something a little funky with these books. Okay, and that is tonight we're going to do Mark and John. That way we can do Luke and Acts together, because we always say, well, Luke and Acts is written by the same person. It's two parts of the same stories, chapter 1 and chapter 2. Okay, so we're going to actually do that probably tomorrow night. We're going to try if we get through Mark and John this evening, we can begin on Acts tomorrow night. Okay. So we begin this evening. Again, the chain reference number is King Christ, and the reference number is 3420. If you haven't caught the video from last night for Matthew, we should go back and take a look at that. Okay. And of course, before we begin, I had to give you my little advertisement for the Bible we use here. This is the Thompson Chamberlain's Bible. It's from Zondervan. It's a large print, red letter, comfort font, and it has what's called the soft imitation leather cover. I checked on the price, I think yesterday, and it was still $34 on Amazon. I'll put a link, my affiliate link, in the comments on the video itself. Okay, for your convenience. Okay, let's begin. So tonight we're going to begin with Mark chapter 11, verse 10, and it says, "Blessed be the kingdom of our father David that cometh in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest." Then we go to Mark 15, chapter 2. Mark 15, chapter 2. And Pilate asked him, "Art thou the king of the Jews?" And he answered and said unto him, "Thou sayest it." Now we go to Mark 15, chapter 26. Is that right? Mark 15, chapter 26. Verse 26, right? Verse 26. Mark chapter 15, verse 26. And the subscription of his accusation was written over. The King of the Jews. Now we're going to skip all the way forward to John 1:49. John 1:49. Nathanael answered and said unto him, "Rabbi, thou art the Son of God, thou art the King of Israel." Christ King is next is John 12:13. John 12:13. All the way up here, maybe. Mark 12, verse 13. Let's start with verse 12 for context. On the next day, when the people that were come to the feast, when they heard that Jesus was coming to Jerusalem, took branches of palm trees and went forth to meet him, and cried, "Hosanna! Blessed is the King of Israel that cometh in the name of the Lord." Christ the King next is John 18:33. 18:33, and Pilate entered into the judgment hall again and called Jesus and said to him, "Art thou the king of the Jews?" And let's look at verse 34. 34, and it says, Jesus answered, sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it to thee of me? Then we go all the way down to verse 37. Again, it's John 18, verse 37, and we read, Pilate therefore said unto him, Art thou the king then? And Jesus answered, Thou sayest that I am a king. To this end I was born, for this cause, all the way up to the top here, this cause come I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. And everyone that is of the truth believe in my voice. And of course, this is the Pilate's answer is a question that has ring through the years, has come down through the centuries. Okay, what is truth? All right, what is truth? So that's verse 18. Verse 7. Let's go over to 19, verse 14. Over to here. Let's see. And it was the preparation of the Passover, which is the day before the Passover. Okay, the Passover, and about the sixth hour, and he saith unto the Jews, Behold your king. And again, an answer has come down through wrong verse. Oh yeah, and the answer that has come down through history also is a Jewish reply. The priest answered, We have no king but Caesar. That's an extra verse for you. Then we come over here finally to chapter 19. Is it verse 19? Yes, it is. And Pilate wrote a title and put it on its cross, and it was written, and the writing was, Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. And what's interesting is it says it was written in. Let's look at chapter verse 20 also, because it says something very interesting, which I think is interesting. This title then read many of the Jews, for the place where they was crucified was nigh to the city, and it was written in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. Okay, Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. And that brings us hopefully a fairly short. What is this up here? Another 8-minute episode. So we're now through. We just finished Mark and John. Tomorrow night we'll pick back up with Luke and wind up the gospel portion with hopefully to get through Luke and Acts tomorrow night. Okay. Thank you so much. Again, I'll just point out that the Bible I'm using here today, you can get it for yourself, the Thompson Chamberlain's Bible. It's available on Amazon for about $34 now. Large print, red letter, comfort type, and an imitation leather cover. Okay. There will also be a link for another goodie in the comments, so be sure to take a look at that second goodie. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the follows. Let's keep. I'm really appreciative of the growth that this my rather humble channel has seen so far. All I'm doing is reading Thompson Bible. Okay. So anyway, thank you again for your time. Thanks for the follows and the likes, and we'll see you tomorrow night with Luke and Acts. Okay.